Your emotions is under attack right now. The enemy is attacking your emotions, and what he's doing is he is amplifying the circumstances that you don't like. He's amplifying it in your mind, and it's causing you to take your eyes off of what God is doing. The enemy knows that you do not like the fact that your spouse is talking to another woman. The enemy knows that you don't like the space that you're in right now, so he's attacking your emotions. The reason why the enemy is attacking your emotions is because you and your spouse is in a great place right now. For some of you, your spouses, y'all are better than what y'all were before. So what he's trying to do is he's trying to amplify the unfinished work. So like your spouse is not the person that you want them to be. So the enemy is amplifying their shortcomings so that you guys can disconnect. When God brought y'all this far, so the enemy is just trying to block and stop the work that God has done. When you understand what it's like being on a potter's wheel, this is in Jeremiah chapter 18 where he talks about the potter and the clay. So when God is working on someone, it is an unfinished work. I said this in a previous video before this. You have to allow God to finish working on them. But the enemy wants you to be in your feelings. And I understand why, because you've been loving to them. You've been kind to them. You have been showing unconditional love. You want more from them. And you're going to get that, but you must allow God to finish. And this is how you know it's on the way, because the enemy is attacking you so that you can pull away from the situation. Do not be deceived, okay? These spouses are in judgment right now. They are in judgment season right now, and I have been seeing people tell me the things that God has been doing or allowing their spouse to go to. You know what I'm saying? God will allow, all right, things to happen to them because they have been disobedient and because, they're not following his commandments or his rules, right? So I want you to stay encouraged during this time. And now is the time for you to find strength in the joy of the Lord. The spirit of rejection is like the main spirit that is afflicting a lot of people in their hearts and their minds. And it's driving you guys crazy. It's making you feel like you're not good enough. It's a spirit. It just, because it's a lie. You see what I'm saying? You're not understanding the unseen things that God is doing. So the spirit of rejection is coming to manipulate you and make you feel like, oh, well, he's back and he's still talking to her, or all these different things. Focus on what God is doing. Let the joy of the Lord be your strength. Find joy in God. When you have joy, that means that your circumstances is not what you want it to be, but you still have a reason to smile, okay? So yeah, I wanted to come on here. The enemy is attacking your emotions is because there is a work that's happening that you cannot see. So he's trying to get you to tear it down on your own. And when it comes to the fact of your feelings, you're not spending enough time in the presence of God. That's the reason why you're in your feelings, because you're not in the presence of God. You need to live in the face of God so your emotions are not attacked, okay? I have an ebook. If you're new to my page, I have an ebook called The Hand of Justice. This ebook will teach you what you need to do if your spouse is under judgment and how to pray, okay? I also have another book called Restoring Harmony. That book is if you are in communication with a rebellious spouse. Both of that is in the link in my bio, all right? If you need help, it's in the link in my bio. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video.